Hi, my name is Justin Rasmus. When I first became a realtor, I wish I had a cheap, easy, and fast way to get a lot of leads. I wish there was someone that would tell me exactly what to do so I could sell a ton of houses. I never did find that plan. I tried all of the things that the books told me to do. I worked my sphere of influence, for sale by owners, floor time, even did some cold calling. I got some leads, but I hated doing it. I actually only sold one single house the first year I was licensed. I was not happy with that, but I knew for a fact that I could be a really successful realtor. So I decided to figure out what I wanted to do. I figured working with investors would be great for a few reasons. First, most investors buy more than one house, so the work of getting one new client could turn into much more than one sale. And I liked that idea. Second, investors should know how the home buying process works, so there'd be less hand holding. You simply find them a good deal and they buy it. And I was right about that. I'll tell you more in a minute, but first let's talk about how I started bringing in leads and getting investors as clients. Once I had decided that I wanted to sell real estate to investors, it was just a matter of figuring out what message to present to them and how to find them to present it. I had to create a marketing plan. Here was the problem. I was pretty much broke at the time. Selling one house in a year doesn't exactly pay the bills. So I decided my marketing budget would have to be $0. At that point, I began researching on the internet how to get leads. And not just real estate leads. I actually started studying the internet marketing gurus, figuring out what they were doing. It was awesome. Things just started to click. So I started building free websites and posting ads on free classified sites. I built landing pages and informational blogs. I created a marketing plan that discussed investment formulas and pros and cons of buying properties in the city where I was licensed. I found all kinds of different places to post my message and bring investors back to my landing pages. And I started getting a lot of leads. In fact, I started getting leads every single day. I had investors from all over the country contacting me. I had people flying into Michigan to meet with me. And these are big time investors with a lot of cash. I had investors from California, Colorado, New York, all over the place. And they started buying real estate. It wasn't just one house. Some of them bought 5 houses. Some bought more than 20 houses. In fact, this was only my second year selling real estate. I closed over 40 transactions. That's a pretty phenomenal increase from my previous year of selling only one. Then my next year, I closed exactly 57 transactions. And on top of it, I was partnering with some of these investors, flipping houses, making a ton of extra money. I also started buying rental properties. It was all because of those marketing plans and systems that I put into place. After all of this, random people kept contacting me. I was asked to teach real estate classes and to speak at seminars for realtor associations. People wanted to know how, even though I was so new to real estate, I was able to outsell most of the other realtors in my area. People loved what I was teaching, and then that turned into a lot of consulting. So, finally, I decided it was time to write it all down so it was easier to teach people how I did it. And what I did was I created a step-by-step guide. It shows everything, exactly what I did to go from selling one house to closing 57 transactions in a single year by selling houses to investors. It's an easy to follow plan. It worked for me, and it also worked for a lot of other people that I taught it to. If you need a plan to sell more real estate and you like the idea of selling multiple homes to the same buyer, then this plan it's exactly what you need. I tell you everything from lead generation to setting up your business to charging extra fees for extra services to make even more income. If your marketing budget is 0, it will still work for you. Remember, when I first started, my budget was 0 too. If you do have a marketing budget, I also talk about some of the very successful advertising that I paid for as I started making enough money to afford it. Selling a lot more real estate is easy when you have a good, proven plan. This is the exact plan that worked for me, and it started working instantly. If you go through this course today, it is definitely possible to have new leads in your email tomorrow.